Ladies and gentlemen, I am Judith DeYoung, Associate Dean and Associate Professor of Architecture, with my colleague, Associate Dean and Associate Professor of Design, Amir Burbich. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2018 commencement of the College of Architecture, Design, and the Arts of the University of Illinois at Chicago. This evening's music is provided by the UIC Wind Ensemble under the direction of Jose O. Riojas. And at this time, I present to you officers and administration of the University of Illinois at Chicago and the College of Architecture, Design, and the Arts, our distinguished guests, and the faculty of the college.
Please be seated. This ceremony marks the end of your time as UI students and the first day as UIC alumni. I'm excited to welcome you to the UIC alumni community, and I encourage you to stay connected with your fellow classmates, your instructors, and to this great network of CATA alumni who continually reach extraordinary achievements. The program has additional information on college resources available. Welcome and congratulations. Now, the UIC Symphonic Choir, conducted by Michael Anderson, will begin with a selection by Oscar Hammerstein and Richard Rogers, You'll Never Walk Alone. Following this piece, please rise and join the choir in singing one stanza of the Star-Spangled Banner, which can be found on the last page of your program. Before we begin, to assure that everyone enjoys this meaningful event, would you please take a moment now to turn off or mute all cell phones and other electronic devices that may detract from the enjoyment of all. Thank you.
Please be seated. Good evening, distinguished guests, graduates and their families, faculty and staff, alumni and friends. On behalf of the faculty and staff in the College of Architecture, Design, and the Arts, I am pleased to welcome all of you to our 2018 commencement ceremonies. Most especially, welcome and congratulations to our graduates. This is your day. Through your amazing talent, hard work, extraordinary creative visions, and perhaps most of all, perseverance, you have earned this day of celebration and reflection. As we celebrate this day with you, we honor you not only for your achievements and your promise, but also for the many ways in which you leave UIC a better institution today than you found it. Just as you have grown by pursuing innovative research, scholarship, performance, design, artistic practice, we too have become a stronger community as a result. You have enriched us, and we are grateful for your contributions to this superb and growing legacy that is UIC. As faculty members, it has been our honor to teach you and to learn from you, and to help guide you in your many paths toward creative discovery. As you have probably already observed, and if I may say humbly myself, UIC has one of the finest and most adventuresome creative arts and design faculty in the nation. Hopefully you have been able to absorb much of their intense commitment and passion during the past few years. And I hope UIC has forever expanded the horizons and possibilities you imagine in your future lives. Creative thinking is built upon a vivid imagination, and a courageous innovation requires a willingness to take many risks. Your successful completion of a degree from the College of Architecture, Design, and the Arts at UIC is a strong affirmation that you are fearless and possess the requisite dedication and drive for unlimited success. You have chosen to immerse yourself in a college curriculum designed to foster and unleash your maximum creative potential. You chose wisely, by the way. Unleash it to be a way of living as well as a way of doing. Imagine a way of living that is productive, hopeful, but also compassionate, an important responsibility we all share. I cannot express how excited we are all to celebrate your accomplishment today. Come back and see us, and when you do, share with us your journeys, both the challenging ones as well as the thrilling ones. We will always be delighted to see you again. This college and university that you are now graduating from has an exciting future ahead, and you will always be an important and welcome part of that future. But for now, on behalf of the faculty and staff in the College of Architecture, Design, and the Arts, a sincere and heartfelt congratulations to our graduates and to all the family members and friends who have provided critical support in your stunning accomplishment. Thanks to you all. At this time, I'm pleased to introduce several distinguished individuals who are on the stage with me. From your left, on the first row, Michael Amaritis, Chancellor; Susan Poser, Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs; Laura Lee Junker, Associate Dean of the Graduate College; Steve James, filmmaker; Robert Somol, Director of the School of Architecture; Jennifer Reeder, Interim Director of the School of Art and Art History; Marcia Lawson, Director of the School of Design; Christine Mary Dunford, Director of the School of Theater and Music; Annabelle Clark, Assistant Dean of Administration; Judith DeYoung, Associate Dean for Academic Programs; Amir Berbick, Associate Dean for Faculty Affairs; Nathan Prescott Barksdale, candidate for the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Art and our student speaker; and finally, Millie Crespo, Associate Dean of Student Affairs. Will you join me in acknowledging them? I now have the distinct honor of introducing Michael Amaritis, Chancellor of the University of Illinois at Chicago. Michael Amaritis became 9th Chancellor of the university in March 2015. During his tenure to date, UIC established clear priorities for the future, surpassed 30,000 students for the first time in its history, and began an ambitious new phase of construction of much-needed facilities. He has strengthened the university's relationship with the City of Chicago and engaged in an effort to bring greater national and international visibility to UIC. With a background in chemical engineering, Chancellor Amaritis holds degrees from the Aristotle University of Thessaloniki and the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Please welcome Chancellor Michael Amaritis.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the University of Illinois at Chicago Spring Commencement ceremonies. For those of you visiting us today, I know this ceremony can be intimidating. We wear these black robes. We appear to be very serious in our posture, in the way that we walk down the middle, the way that we talk. You don't know exactly what to make out of all of this. You think maybe it's like a court of law, or maybe it's like a church. As a result, you don't know what to expect, and you are sitting there quiet and reserved. Let me assure you, this is a celebration. So don't worry about being reserved. We just in academia, we try to confuse people. That's why you're presenting a celebration like this. This is your opportunity to show to our graduates how proud you are of them. It's your opportunity to cheer, to clap, to shout, to scream, to make a lot of noise as you demonstrate your intense emotions. That's a good attempt, but we have to do it in an organized fashion to have impact. So our graduates really want you to do this, and they deserve to feel this building shaking. As I say, congratulations, class of 2018. All right, this is a marked improvement, but the night is young. We still have time to do it better later on. Families, mothers, always first, especially this Mother's Day weekend. Fathers, siblings, grandparents, spouses, partners, children, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, cousins, friends, neighbors, whoever you are who are here tonight in support of our students, thank you. Thank you for raising your voices. Thank you for being here today. And thank you for everything that you have done over the last 4, 5, maybe 6 years to support our students. Graduates, now this is your opportunity to put your hands together and show all your friends and your family members how you feel about them tonight. I also want to thank your professors, the people who are sitting behind me, your mentors and advisors, and the UIC staff members, the ones who help you climb over mountains of papers and walk across long valleys of lectures, practices, exams, when you couldn't even see the other side, and believe me, this was by design when they were doing it. Let's thank them as well for everything that they have done for you. And a special note and a special thank you tonight for Dean Steve Everett of the College of Architecture, Design, and the Art. This is the last commencement ceremony for Dean Everett. Later this summer, after 5 years in the leadership of the college, he will be moving to Adelphi University in New York to become the provost there. And I want to thank Steve for everything that he has done for this college and for everything that he has done for the University of Illinois at Chicago. Steve, thank you. Thank you. And please make sure before you leave today to congratulate and thank at the same time the person sitting next to you. Because we all know that you reached this day together. Your classmates, your lab mates, your study groups, your residence hall groups, all the other students who helped you by working with you, keeping each other awake before exams and sometimes during lectures, keeping our coffee shops in business. Thank you for doing this. You're all here today as one together. Well done. I was in this same building over a month ago welcoming over 3,000 prospective freshmen and family members, a part of the undergraduate class of 2022. And as I was trying to recruit them, I promised them that if they join us at UIC, we will educate them to be excellent citizens at the same time that we will prepare them to be top-notch professionals. I can promise this because I'm confident that this is what you, our 2018 graduates, have received during your academic journey here. What does it mean to be a top-notch professional in the knowledge-based economy of the 21st century? Does it simply mean knowing the facts? If this is the case, are Siri and Alexa the best professionals out there? They sure know the facts. They don't know how to distinguish between facts and alternative facts. But you know, neither do I. We didn't have alternative facts when I was going to school, so nobody taught me how to do this. But joking aside, a contributor to the knowledge-based economy knows more than just how to use Google. You know how to critically analyze and use information, and you understand what is relevant, applicable, and impactful on your professional decisions and your overall career. You use this information to solve problems. And as important as knowledge is your appreciation and experience of working in teams, sometimes just participating and sometimes leading the team. You have talent. You also understand and appreciate how diverse perspectives always lead to better solutions, and you understand and appreciate that if you want to continue to grow, you have to continuously learn. And finally, you cannot have lasting success without an ethical foundation. And through the Code of Conduct at UIC, we have reinforced the importance of core ethical values. Producing and analyzing information, applying it to solve problems or to demonstrate your talent, working in teams, continuously learning, and building on a foundation of core values. I'm confident we have prepared you, we have given you what you need to be very successful professionals. I'm also confident that we have prepared you to be excellent citizens. And we do this because we have a strong self-interest. After all, democracies are only as good as their citizens are. This university and its faculty sitting right behind me have shown you by example what community engagement means and how you can be an active participant, improving the lives of others around you through your professional and your personal lives. We have offered you in practice, every day, a global perspective. Just look around you today in this building, and you will see people from all over the world. And I know that you will even be able to find a few with a funny Greek accent like mine. We have taught you how to be inclusive and to respect others. And we have taught you not to be afraid of other cultures and not to be stuck on labels. And finally, we have shown you how to be compassionate and help those who have fallen in hard times and need your support. Locally engaged, globally aware, inclusive and compassionate, and once again, building on a foundation of core ethical principles. I'm also confident we have given you what you need to be excellent citizens. You are ready. You are ready to face the changes and the challenges of this century. You are ready to rally behind important causes and make your voices heard. You are ready to tear down walls, not build walls, but build bridges instead. You are ready. You don't like walls, eh? Civil engineers have to make a living somehow. I mean, they need to build them, but in different places. You are ready to be at the forefront and to define the future. This is the tradition, this is the legacy of the University of Illinois at Chicago and its CADA, its College of Architecture, Design, and the Arts, and you are now becoming part of this legacy and of this tradition. Congratulations, class of 2018, and Godspeed.
Thank you, Chancellor. I would now like to introduce Nathan Barksdale, candidate for the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Art, who will present the Silver Circle Award.
Hello. Great teachers are the heart of a great university. The University of Illinois at Chicago annually recognizes and honors its great teachers. Recipients of the Silver Circle Award for Excellence in Teaching are selected by our students. I would like to recognize Jose O. Riojas, Assistant Professor in the School of Theater and Music, as the recipient of the 2018 Silver Circle Award for Excellence in Teaching. With this award, the students of UIC honor those who have taught them with distinction in the many forums of our university. I am honored to present you with the Silver Circle Award.
Thank you, Nathan. Now I will ask Chancellor Emeritus, Provost Poser, and Professor of Moving Image Jennifer Reeder to please join me in conferring the honorary degree. An honorary degree is the highest award conferred by the University of Illinois at Chicago. The award recognizes the accomplishments of an outstanding individual. I am pleased to announce that Steve James, an award-winning filmmaker, will be bestowed the honorary degree. I ask Steve James to please come forward to center stage. Thank you, Steve. Steve James, your work as a Chicago-based documentary filmmaker has inspired and touched many lives and communities. Your documentary, Hoop Dreams, the story of Chicago schoolboys aspiring to succeed in the world of professional basketball, won the 1994 Sundance Film Festival's Audience Award for Best Documentary, the Los Angeles Film Critics Association Award for Best Documentary, and the 1994 Chicago Film Critics Award for Best Picture, among many other recognitions. It is your documentary, The Interrupters, that connects you and your work to the University of Illinois at Chicago profoundly. The film features the work of Ceasefire, an initiative of the Chicago Project for Violence Prevention at UIC, now recognized as Cure Violence, to address violence on the streets of Chicago. The documentary illustrates the concept of violence interrupters, former gang members who are able to look back and reference their own experiences in an effort to reach young people and show them the possibilities for an alternative and positive future. You have provided visibility for an important program, proven in studies to reduce street violence significantly, that now serves as a model for urban communities around the world. The Interrupters premiered at the Sundance Film Festival in 2011 and went on to win awards from international festivals around the country. In January 2018, your nonfiction series about race and education from the eyes of students, parents, and teachers, entitled America to Me, made its world premiere at the Sundance Film Festival. Throughout your documentary film work, you have shown a commitment to the ideals that UIC strives to instill in our graduates. In appreciation of your contributions to society, and upon the recommendation of the Senate of Chicago campus of the University of Illinois, I am honored to present you the President of the University for the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters. In his place, Chancellor Emeritus will do the honors.
Upon the recommendation of the Senate and by the authority invested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University of Illinois, I hereby confer upon you, Steve James, the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, in token whereof we invest you with this hood and present you with this diploma. Congratulations, Dr. James.
Now it is a privilege and pleasure to introduce Steve James, who will present our keynote address this evening.
It was a lot less expensive earning my doctorate than it was my master's, I'll say that. Chancellor Emeritus and Provost Poser, Associate Dean Junker, Dean Everett, members of the faculty, graduates, and honored guests, thank you so much for this prestigious honorary degree and an opportunity to speak to you this evening. First, let me congratulate all of you guys for showing up on a Saturday night for your graduation. I'm trying to think back when I was in college. If my graduation had been on Saturday night, I don't know if I'd have made the ceremony. I was interviewed this week by the Chicago Tribune, and the reporter asked me who spoke at my graduation, and I drew a complete blank. I didn't remember. This is actually reassuring to me because it means that I know and am comforted by the fact that what I'm going to say to you tonight will fade pretty quickly in your memories. Especially if I stick to the classics of commencement speech cliches like follow your passions. I remember hearing that and thinking, can I really make a living going to parties and shooting hoops at the gym? I, at that time, really had no idea what my passion was, and for many of us, and maybe perhaps for many of you here tonight, you don't have much of a clue as you graduate. Some of you, maybe most of you do. For those of you who do, I congratulate you on that. It took me years to really figure out what my passion was. My first real film, which I really see as the beginning of my true career, was Hoop Dreams, and it didn't come out until I was nearly 40 years old. Another commencement cliche is that, though you're graduating today, never stop learning. And I am a believer that as great and essential as formal education is, it can never entirely replace, nor should it replace, direct experience. My wife, who's an avid reader, and she's here tonight, rolls her eyes when I go off on this tangent because, truth be told, I should be reading more books and doing less binge watching. But in my career and my direct experience as a documentary filmmaker, it has really taught me that the world is a far more rich and unpredictable place than I ever realized or ever read about. And people endlessly surprise me in the most wonderful ways. No film of mine reflects this more, I think, than The Interrupters. That film was inspired by my friend and colleague, the terrific writer Alex Kotlowitz, and an article he wrote on ceasefire. But it was also inspired by an impression I had from reading way too many articles about violence in Chicago in the newspapers, and where it always seemed that these were just lost communities, where violence seemed to erupt over the most petty disagreements, where residents seemed to be completely numb to the daily shootings and killings. That was the impression that I think too often came through in reading about the violence daily. And so I needed to go see firsthand what was going on in places like Englewood and Auburn Gresham and Little Village, and to see if it all was indeed so hopeless. And true, what we found was at times was incredibly sobering and tragic. We filmed in the streets for a whole year, and I did not meet one person in those communities who had not been impacted directly by the violence. Everyone I met had lost a loved one, or a dear friend, or oftentimes both. And for someone like me who grew up in Virginia, who did not grow up in this city, I know that many of you here did grow up in this city, that was shocking to me. Maybe too many of you graduates here tonight have had that similar experience. But what I did find in doing The Interrupters is that the residents were hardly numb to the violence. They were angered and they were devastated by it. And I started to notice that when trauma hit white communities, like a rash of suicides in a Minnesota town some years ago, the response there was an onslaught of resources and psychological services to compassionately address the problem. But when trauma happens in poor communities of color, like in Chicago and elsewhere, we tend to respond tactically. The police need to take back the community block by block in military fashion. So in The Interrupters, we found genuine help and caring came from the most unexpected places, from individuals who had once been very much a part of the violence. They were former gangbangers, drug dealers, convicts, who now wanted to do whatever they could to mediate that violence, to use their street cred and their passion for peace now to help save lives. And at the center of our film were 3 violence interrupters, and they were each among the most surprising and inspiring people that I've ever met. Kobe Williams was a former gang member who had done 12 years in prison for attempted murder, among other crimes. Today, he's one of the most gregarious, kind-hearted family men you'd ever want to meet, and that generous personality and spirit is a key to his effectiveness in the streets. Amina Matthews, in her youth, was the only woman enforcer for a notorious drug dealing ring here in Chicago. And she spent years at Ceasefire. She's now moved on from Ceasefire Cure Violence, but that toughness that she had when she was a young person, she deploys today in the service of young women and young men and women in the streets who look up to her for guidance on how to live their lives more peaceably. She's one of the most courageous people I have met in my entire life. And then there's Eddie Bocanegra. When we meet Eddie in the film, he has just gotten out of prison after serving 14 years for murder. He feels profound shame and regret at what he's done. And while we filmed him, he juggled his redemptive work as a violence interrupter for Ceasefire with getting his degree at Northeastern University. After the film's completion, Eddie not only got his degree, he then went on to the University of Chicago, where he earned a master's in social work. Then he became the head of YMCA Youth Services here in the city, working with at-risk youth. Then he created an innovative program called Urban Warriors, totally his idea, which connects soldiers who have suffered PTSD from their service in Afghanistan and Iraq with young people from violent communities who have suffered a similar form of PTSD. And they each help each other heal. And now Eddie is the director of this prestigious Heartland Alliance's Ready at Chicago initiative, which focuses on helping the most at-risk youth in job training and therapy. So this ex-gang member who committed the ultimate act of violence was never really a tough guy, not really. And today, he's the most humble, sweet, caring father and husband, and the most dedicated man I've ever met to saving the lives of young people very much like himself. Talk about someone who took a while to find his passion and is now living it. That's Eddie. So we can't all be Eddie or Amina or Kobe. Fortunately for most of you, but maybe certainly not all of you here tonight, you don't have to overcome quite the same obstacles and undergo quite the profound change that they did to do the good things that they do in the world. And of course, not all of you may be trying to save the world. I get that. But if I can, let me plead with you to at least consider that as an option. Saving the world, it's not a big job. In my miniseries, America to Me, I had the honor of meeting an incredible group of young people who are wise and engaged beyond their years. Your generation truly inspires me greatly with your awareness, your insight, and your determination to not let go unchallenged the systemic racism, classism, and sexism that has persisted too long in America and this world. And so finally, my last bit of commencement advice is this: don't succumb to conventional wisdom. Don't rely on social media or just books or documentaries or Fox News or Reddit or Facebook or the New York Times to inform all of your opinions. Get out and experience the world directly in all its complexity, its beauty, and its ugliness. Throw yourselves into it all. And whatever your life and career path, please live your life with integrity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Steve, for those very inspiring words. I now have the pleasure of introducing our 2018 student speaker for the College of Architecture, Design, and the Arts Commencement, Nathan Prescott Barksdale, a candidate for the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Art. A native Chicagoan, Mr. Barksdale is a product of the Chicago public school system, attending Sutherland Elementary School, where he distinguished himself and delivered the closing speech at graduation. He went on to attend Whitney Young Magnet High School, where he was exposed to the arts, a recipient of the President's Award Scholarship, UIC's most prestigious scholarship that recognizes and awards students graduating from Illinois high schools who have demonstrated outstanding academic performance. Mr. Barksdale decided to continue his passion for the arts by pursuing a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Art. After only 2 years in the program, he studied abroad in London, England, where he showed his work in Paradigm Visual, a photographic exhibition that took place in the Hoxton Gallery District. He has excelled at UIC, graduating with college honors and cum laude. Mr. Barksdale dedicates much of his time working with Chicago youth in multiple capacities. He DJs for young Chicago authors during their Louder Than a Bomb festival and volunteers with I Love You Summer Camp, a not-for-profit organization on the south side of Chicago focused on educating children on nutrition, finances, and the arts. After graduation, Mr. Barksdale plans to continue his commitment to community by working with UIC's Early Outreach program as an instructor in the digital arts. Please help me welcome Nathan Barksdale.
Hi. Chancellor Emeritus, Provost Poser, Associate Dean Juncker, Dean Everett, members of the faculty, graduates, and honored guests, good evening. I am nearsighted and don't have contacts or glasses, so I can honestly say you guys all look very blurry and beautiful. I'm truly grateful to be speaking to you today. The moment I found out I was chosen to give this speech, I was excited but a bit nervous. I imagine this is how Beyoncé felt only minutes before going on stage live at Beychella, or how Michelle Wolf must have felt before giving the White House Correspondents' Dinner. There's a lot at stake with this speech. Even though I'm technically minutes away from receiving my degree, Jennifer Reeder, who's the amazing head of the UIC Art Department, will be evaluating my final grade based on how well this speech goes. So please applaud a lot. Thank you. I don't particularly love graduation speeches. They often feel like a cliche excerpt of an advice column written by a high school football coach at halftime. So instead of trying to speak broadly about life, time, and everything in between, I'll try to keep my message to everyone very simple. Education can happen anywhere. I always tell people if they want to understand Chicago, just take the red line from Howard all the way to 95th. But let me start by telling you a bit about myself and my family. My parents, they met on the campus of the University of Illinois, Champaign-Urbana. At that time, both of my father's parents were both professors at the university. My grandfather, Richard K. Barksdale, was a Harvard graduate, an English professor, and acting head of the English department. My grandmother was a professor, but also the Associate Dean of Liberal Arts and Sciences at UIUC. As if that wasn't impressive enough, the University of Illinois offers a scholarship titled the Richard and Mildred Barksdale Academic Excellence Award. I actually learned that last piece of information today while I was waiting for a friend at Starbucks. Fortunately, I was able to use their Wi-Fi and get out without the police getting called on me. Education can happen anywhere. Just to be clear, I am bringing up my family's accomplishments to flex our awesomeness. But more importantly, I wanted to show you how important education was to our family and how integral of a role it played in our history. It was through education that my grandparents were able to uplift themselves and gain social mobility. In today's time, public schools in cities close like clockwork around this time of year. The price of higher education continues to climb, while the intrinsic value of the undergraduate degree diminishes. One can only wonder where the future of education is headed in this country. With all this information, one could feel very discouraged about the future of education. I do not. In fact, I'm excited. Knowledge is power, and knowledge is more accessible than ever. The way we record history has changed forever. What used to be a single source story controlled by the few is now a tapestry of personal documents, records, and testimonies that can be shared to the world. Trades, skills, and crafts can be learned in a matter of minutes simply by using the prefix "how to" in a Google search. A canon of works by the best architects, designers, and performers are at our fingertips. My favorite part about my time here at UIC was learning from the people around me, teachers and students included, listening to stories from people twice my age, and developing relationships with people who are from halfway across the world. Unfortunately, all of us will never be in the same room together again. This moment is historic and should be celebrated as such. My fellow graduates from the College of Architecture, Design, and the Arts, congratulations. As I walk across this stage to accept my diploma tonight, I'd like to do so in dedication to my parents for raising me, Chris Markin for continuously supporting me. Shout out Chris, yes, applaud. And the entire cast of Black Panther for inspiring me. But most importantly, I'd like to thank my Nana, who y'all cannot see right now, but she's beside me, giving me the courage to speak to you today. Thank you.
Thank you, Nathan. I will now ask Provost Poser to please join me in honoring students with special recognition. With great honor, I bring to your attention these students who have demonstrated exceptional academic achievement. Those graduating with university honors, summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and cum laude, as indicated by their gold, silver, and bronze cords. Those graduating with college honors. Those receiving departmental distinction, high distinction, and highest distinction. Those who have been members of the Honors College designated by the gold stoles they wear. PAP scholars designated by their red cords. So all honor students, I would like you to be recognized by rising and remaining standing, please. Provost Poser, I present to you the graduating seniors who have received honors. They bring credit to themselves, to their families, and to the University of Illinois at Chicago.
It is indeed a pleasure to recognize these honors recipients who have enriched our entire academic community. Achieving these levels of distinction is truly remarkable. We are proud of you and congratulate you for the distinctions and honors that you have earned. Thank you.
Graduates, you may be seated. Now I ask Chancellor Emeritus to join me as we present the candidates for degree. It is my pleasure to introduce Laura Lee Junker, Associate Dean of the Graduate College, who will present the candidates for the graduate degrees in the College of Architecture, Design, and the Arts.
Candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy, please rise. Chancellor Emeritus, upon the recommendation of the faculty and by vote of the Senate, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Art History.
Upon these recommendations and by the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the Doctor of Philosophy degree for which you have been recommended, and I admit you to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of that degree. Congratulations to both of you.
Will the new PhD graduates please come upon the platform to be recognized by the Chancellor, Provost, Dean, and Director? For the Doctor of Philosophy in Art History, Kristen Landry, whose dissertation is The Sacred Landscape of Mayapan, a Post-Classic Mayan Center. Robin Maracle, whose dissertation is entitled Before the Endless Miles of Wind and Sand and Empty Far-Off Sky, Deserts in Hollywood's Silent Era. Candidates for master's degrees, please rise. Chancellor Emeritus, upon the recommendation of the faculty and by vote of the Senate, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degrees of Master of Architecture, Master of Arts, Master of Design, Master of Fine Arts, and Master of Science.
Upon these recommendations and by the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the master's degree for which you have been recommended and admit you to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of that degree. Congratulations to all of you.
Will the new master's graduates please come upon the platform to be recognized by the Chancellor, Provost, Dean, and Directors? For the Master of Architecture, Radu Alexa Sujata Borthudkar, Tyler Boyette. Tyler has the American Institute of Architects Henry Adams Medal of Merit. Olivia Chupate. She has won the Association of Licensed Architects Student Merit Award. Adam Dwornik. Islam Farag. Jamie Goldborough. Nadia Losi. Nadia has also won an Alpha Rho Chi Medal of Merit. Sang-Soo Chang. Tyler Omies. Ariel Romero. Madison Snyder. For the Master of Science in Architecture, Ilka Sanchez. For the Master of Fine Arts, Shir Ende. Daniel Haddad. Betsy Johnson. Marlo Cook. Sarah O'Neill. Caitlin Ryan. Nicholas Van Zanten. Jennifer Webster. Emmy Williamson. For the Master of Arts in Art History, Aaron Madariaita. For the Masters of Arts in Museum and Exhibition Studies, Nora Albal-Ushi. Elena Bogalrella. Ayana Chavez. Alexis Mixon. Amruta Patel. Andrew Reyes Burkholder. Chelsea Ridley, who has won the Muse Social Justice Award. Joe Troutman. Benjamin Locke. For the Master of Design, Trevor Anderson. Emily Au. Caleb Dean. Alexandra Douglas. Tassin Hyder. Pei Young Luan. Jessica Quattrini. Jacob Reinkowitz. Jacob Schott. Alexandros Skouros. Nina Swiderski. Crystal T.U. Congratulations to our new doctors and master's graduates.
You may be seated. You may be seated. Thank you. Before we present the candidates for undergraduate degrees from the college, we have a special presentation this evening for Carissa Frazier. Carissa Frazier is a candidate for a bachelor's degree in public health. Carissa is also a member of the UIC women's softball team, which won the Horizon League today and is on their way to the NCAA tournament. But Carissa and her team won that game during the public health commencement. So Dean Everett has graciously invited Carissa to participate in this ceremony instead. Carissa Frazier, will you please rise? Chancellor Amrides, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the School of Public Health and by vote of the Senate, I have the honor to present this candidate for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Public Health.
Upon these recommendations and by the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the bachelor's degree in public health for which you have been presented and admit you to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of that degree. You may now move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations, Carissa. Please be seated.
Associate Dean Millie Crespo will present the candidates for the undergraduate degrees in the College of Architecture, Design, and the Arts.
Candidates for the bachelor's degrees, please rise. Chancellor Amrides, upon the recommendation of the faculty and by vote of the Senate, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Design, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Music, and Bachelor of Science.
Upon these recommendations and by the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the degree for which you have been recommended and admit you to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of that degree. You may now move your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations to all of you.
Will the new bachelor's graduates please come upon the platform to be recognized by the Chancellor, Provost, Deans, and Directors?
For the Bachelor of Arts in Architectural Studies, Claudia Barrett. Jennifer Briones Avila. Gil Galan. Departmental distinction. Joan Galaviz Rojas. Jeffrey Jacoby, departmental distinction. Yi Men Watt, college honors. Kimberly Zajac. Dominic Marlowe. For the Bachelor of Science in Architecture.
Only the awards.
Okay. Donna Dwight. Donovan Aranda. Ephraim Arajo. Wilson Arias. Sergio Bahena. Victoria Carvalho Calvacanti. Paul Chaka. Dennis Quadrado. Jason DeMonico. Anthony Enrique. Esmeralda Flores Peles. Malikarjun Gador. Zin Huang. Patrick Cazziola. Dalton Kay. Andrew Lang. Julia Lobdell. UK Long. Liu, yeah. Jonathan Medina. Radislaw Micah. Jacob Michaelis. Daniel Moore. Alexandros Bugas. Jonathan Negron. Karam Adisho. Aidan Orozco. Jeffrey Papiers. Angelica Hope Perez. Ricardo Poggi. Katrina Reyes. Luke Rummage. Megan Roosh. David Vallejo. Raul Vargas. Tin Vien. Congratulations.
I don't think she knows.
From the School of Public Health for the Bachelor of Arts in Public Health, Carissa Frazier.
For the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Art degree, Nathan Barksdale. Carla Crittenden, Art Award. Christine Easton, College Honors. Jennifer Franco, College Honors, Departmental Distinction. Gabriela Ibarra, College Honors. Jose Lepes. Francisco Meraz, College Honors, Departmental Distinction. Glenda Ortiz, the Chicago Artists Coalition Launch Invitational Residency. Hannah Pekkanen, College Honors, Departmental Distinction. James Drew Richardson, College Honors. Amelia Saber. Agnes Torek. There you go.
For the Bachelor of Design degree, George Acuna. Brandon Amos. Evelyn Andrade. Samuel Bishar. Vince Beltrano. Betoel Benitez. Dancelo Bennett. Jonathan Brock. Jennifer Brott. Amy Chung, recipient of the Michael Glass Scholarship Award for Graphic Design, College Honors, and Departmental Distinction. Timothy Curley. Maria Diamond in the rough. Michael Diaz. William Dutton. Christopher Fanelli. Christopher Foss. Jamie Friedman, recipient of the School Faculty Prize for Industrial Design, College Honors, and Departmental Distinction. Delaney Gould. Andrea Guerrero. Myra Hernandez. Ryan Hernandez. Jason Hinrichs. Teresa Hogue. Diamond Joy. Fiba Fulua Kilane. Hyunji Kim. Ju Kim. Matthew Klimchik. Mark Kostecki. Mariusz Kozian. Samuel Kramer. Andrew Kunk, recipient of the School Faculty Prize for Industrial Design, College Honors, and Departmental Distinction. Michael Leshush. Alyssa Lepore. Kyle Lindenmand. Felicia Linklater. Effie Leo. Connor Magoon. Gosha Markowitz. Araceli Chelly Martinez. Daisy Matias. Diana Mazuruk. Greta McGuire, recipient of the James Axman Memorial Award for Graphic Design, College Honors, and Departmental Distinction. You can clap now. John Michka. Rafael Ocampo. Margarita Pasculieva. Judith Pauly. Rochelle Peoples. Cesar Phillips. Salvador Quiros. Savannah Raza. Stephanie Revo. Alexandria Rodriguez. Marissa Savanago. Ryan Serrano. Alexis Suarez. Rebecca Sunan. Hannah Tripoto. Abigail Turner. Marcin Wieczorek. Thomas Janik. David Wong. Congratulations, graduate.
For the degree Bachelor of Arts in Music, Alec Cohen. Diva Emery. Frank Glassman. Andrew Johnson, College Honors and Departmental Distinction. John Romansky. Logan Rutledge, Chicago Bar Association Music Award and Departmental Distinction. For the degree Bachelor of Arts in Music Business, Maria Candia, Chancellor's Student Service Award. Mitzi Ochoa Sanchez. For the Bachelor of Music in Jazz Studies, Giovanni Garcia. Do it. William Augustus Gingrich. Morgan Pirtle, 2018 Luminarts Fellow in Jazz, 2018 Luminaries People's Choice Award, the Downbeat 2018 Student Music Award for Outstanding Performance, College Honors, and Departmental Distinction. For the Bachelor of Music in Performance, Rachel Bushel. Brenna Catherine Curtis, Departmental Distinction. Megan Volk, Presser Undergraduate Scholar Award, College Honors, and Departmental Distinction. Congratulations.
Okay, theater students, you ready? For the Bachelor of Arts in Acting, Simone Beckley. Christian Hellam. Jocelyn Zamudio, Departmental Distinction. For the Bachelor of Arts in Theater and Performance, Miora Brumfield. College honors and departmental distinction go to Samuel Cass. Kiev Diaz. Renee Hansel, departmental distinction. Michelle Luna, departmental distinction. Jairus Al-Jalil McGee Bay. Amelia Mrakowski. Anastasia Narajos. College honors and departmental distinction, and Klutz. Cameron Townsend Riley, departmental distinction. For the Bachelor of Arts, in Theater Design, Alyssa Artuzo, departmental distinction. For the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Acting, Jose Cervantes, departmental distinction. Charlie Diaz. Christina El Gamal, college honors, departmental distinction. Monet Felton, departmental distinction. A recipient of the UIC Theater and Music Scholarship Fund, Philip Fox. Another UIC Theater and Music Scholarship Fund recipient Kennedy Lanier. Rachel Mizik, college honors, departmental distinction. Electra Tremulous. And last but not least, for the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Performance, our super senior, with departmental distinction, Mr. Robert Campbell, Bobby Campbell. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the new bachelor's graduates.
To all you architects, designers, musicians, actors, theater dramatists, artists, art historians, congratulations. I would like to recognize and give thanks to the members of the UIC Wind Ensemble and to UIC Symphonic Choir for their incredible addition to this commencement celebration. I'd also like to acknowledge the staff of the college for their efforts in organizing this celebration and their work with the graduating class of 2018. And I'd also like to thank again Steve James for joining us this evening, offering those inspiring words. One final recognition remains. Parents, spouses, and partners of our graduates, please rise and remain standing, and again accept our thanks and congratulations. Now, children, siblings, grandparents, and other family and friends, you also please rise and accept our congratulations. Now, will the UIC faculty, administrators, and graduates, everyone please rise so we can all give a final standing ovation for the wonderful accomplishments you did today. This concludes Commencement 2018. After the platform party and faculty have completed their recessional march, graduates will exit through the door behind the stage. Family members and guests, please meet your graduates outside. Banner carriers, please come forward to retrieve your banners. And once again, thank you all. Congratulations to everyone. Thank you.